Hello, everyone. It's Jerry at the Fledge, and welcome to another episode of Every Damn Day. And today I'm hanging out in the sanctuary at the Fledge. Got the plants behind us, getting ready for a big meeting later on today. So get the tables out and got all this great art around me. So, as normal, pretty much brown hair, brown eyes, have my headset on. I'm wearing a t-shirt that says no rules. The Fledge practices values, not rules. And this is a t-shirt designed by Dustin here that's for sale in the store behind me too. So let's get to the show. Today on the show, we have our great friend Joe and our new friends John and Steph. How you guys doing today?
Good.
Doing great.
Yeah, welcome to the show. So, tell me what's behind you, Joe.
What's behind me is
where you at?
fireworks tent. We're down in Leslie, Michigan, Bellevue Road, exit 54, and we're just sitting here watching the tent, waiting for people to come buy some fireworks.
Yeah, and has it been busy, John and Steph, today, or steady or anything?
It's for the month. It's been steady. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a lot warmer outside. I only wore one hoodie at first, and I was freezing. You guys cold?
Yeah, when the sun comes out, it's nice. But
yeah,
it's a pretty good day.
So, Joe, you and I, we go way back. I don't even know how long, but quite a bit. And John and Steph are relatively new friends to me. We just met on the screen a little bit earlier. And we're going to focus on you today, Joe, and Fox Fireworks. And John and Steph are going to help us. But I don't want to put you on the spot, but I'd really love to have you guys come on the show and tell me about your metalworking and your glass blowing and your cannabis stuff and all of that. So I don't want to show any disrespect for John and Steph. So I'm going to point that out right now, that they're going to be on the show helping us today, but will be on a future show telling us about themselves. I hope. So, Joe, tell us about you. Where were you, born and raised? Where'd you go to school? What'd you do before Fox Fireworks?
Okay. I'm from Otisville, Michigan, and I was there until I was about 18, and I moved out to Lansing from there. And I guess I've been in Lansing, 12, 13 years now, and I don't know, I love it out here, so I'm not leaving anytime soon. But yeah, I guess about me, pretty normal background. I went to high school, was a kid, played in a ton of different bands. The Devil's Cut for sure was the most notable project I've worked with, and working with another one now, same guys. It's called A Damn Shame, and yeah, just music and whatever. I'm finishing up school right now to be a software engineer, and I have about a week left of that. And we've been getting this fireworks tent rolling in between. I'm a truck driver. I've been driving since 2009. So that's what I do for half the week now. And then they're an awesome enough company to let me, take the other half to work on my own projects and to finish school up. So that was really helpful. Yeah, they saved me a whole semester.
So how long have you been wanted to be a software engineer?
2 years maybe.
Yeah.
I was going back to school, and I started going back to school for whatever. I just had a ton of credits that were sitting there, and I was like, I should just go finish something. And this was 3 years ago now, and I started taking courses and was terrible at math. And then I started taking I was in 0.5 math, not even a 100 level. And so I cranked that up, and like I think I'm at like a 7 now. All the way up through like calculus, and that shit was it was kind of interesting that like in high school I was so bad at it, and then it was more like focus I was bad at. So
Yeah.
once I started applying myself to it, I actually kind of really like math now. It's weird, but don't use that much programming.
There's a strange relationship between math and music. So mostly, most of the time, if someone's a great musician, they're a great mathematician.
Really? Well, that makes sense. Puts me somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah. So I believe you that it was focused on that. So
sure.
I think that's awesome that you got skill from truck driving. You're an entrepreneur with the business, plus you've been an entrepreneur forever with the music. I mean, you got merchandise, you got show promotion, you got tons of stuff, and you've added software engineering and fireworks to your.
I know, right?
Oh, it's great though, right?
I love it though. I love having projects.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us about the Fox Fireworks? And I'm gonna unmute John and Steph because they're gonna have something to contribute, I'm sure, as they're walking around and showing or whatever. But before we walk around, anything that you wanted to add, John and Steph? Like how long have you known Joe?
He's a terrible boss. He doesn't let us have food or water. No, I'm kidding. It's been great. It's kind of weird because, I wasn't exactly the most well-behaved kid as a teenager. And now I'm 42, and all these things are kind of opening up to me, and I finally have the focus to come here and actually enjoy a retail job. I've never had a positive experience working retail, but this is pretty amazing. And it's fun to do it with like one of our best friends.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I've known John and Steph I've known John since I started at Lansing Community, so about 2009. And Steph, I've known her for about 5 years now too. So we've been friends for some time.
Oh, that's great, being able to work with your friends.
Yeah, so how it kind of started was I seen this like opportunity as I was transitioning. I'm kind of leaving trucking and going in this software direction, and I was like, well, I've worked with the fireworks company for on and off since I first got my license. I was like, well, I want to do a tent this year, so I started asking friends, and John and Stephanie being makers, they can kind of set their own schedule. I was like, could you help me with this project? And John comes back and he goes, well, why don't we do it at the diesel shop in Leslie? We could cut down it's right on the highway, cut down on a lot of overhead, and we're working like right from home base. So it just kind of fell together from there, and we started picking at it. Started like July 5th last year working on it. I think I bought the tent on the 7th last year.
So is the diesel shop across the highway from the grocery store?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where they towed my car when I got arrested in Leslie once.
That's pretty impressive considering they only have like one cop.
Right.
It's a long story, but he couldn't. There was a cop. He was super old, and I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but he just was a little confused. I had a suspended license, but it was cleared up, and he couldn't understand it for some reason. So he got on the mic or whatever and said, hey, I need some assistance over here on, just south of Leslie. And 3 state cops and 2 sheriffs showed up, and it escalated quickly because I'm a smart ass, and I spent the night in jail for being a smart ass. And no crime. I never got charged with anything, just being a smart ass.
Right.
So anyway, sorry for that tangent.
Well, you met the one and only.
So let's see. Tell us about some firecrackers. I wish I had that line in
cool.
Joe Dirt, or not firecrackers, fireworks. I wish I had the line in Joe Dirt memorized. Do you have these? Do you have those? Yeah.
Yeah, all of those. Yeah, you guys want to You just walk around the tent with the phone, and I'll kind of show them what's going on.
But I want to show this off. It is a dragon, and it's actually made out of pretty decent heavy plastic. So when you're done blowing it up, you can still play with it, and it shoots fire out of its butt.
Oh, awesome! So you light it at its mouth, and
and it shoots fire, and then it smokes out its back, and then at the end, I think its butt explodes.
Yeah,
they're pretty fun. Yeah, show them around.
So, do you plan on merging like fireworks and software?
If we decide to do any projects where we have to track anything, maybe if we do anything, that'd probably be more in the cannabis field. If we needed to track plants or whatever, we were thinking about building a system for that. Really not too much to apply here. You kind of, as you can see, we put up these tables and we got all of our product on there and it's all laid out. So there's not really too much. We use Square. Square's a really awesome point of sale system. You can do all your inventory and stuff through it. So,
oh, cool.
Nothing really tech necessary there. I did build the website, foxfireworksmichigan.com.
Let me get that out there. Fox Fireworks Michigan, all one word?
Yep.
I mean, all spelled out?
Yeah, not MI. The full.
Okay. So what sells the best? Or what's been selling the best?
What's been selling the best right now? I mean, because it's still pretty early in the season, we're selling a lot of these premium artillery shells. It's like a $10 6-pack and then firecrackers. Everybody gets firecrackers like year round, right?
Yeah.
So that's been selling pretty good. Those are some of our 500 grams. We got some Saturn missile batteries. Also going to show you all of our 200 gram cakes. These are like 16 shot aerials. You know,
is Memorial Day a great holiday for fireworks? Do people?
Yeah, it's kind of like a mini 4th of July. So we got Mother's Day coming up. We're not. If you bring in one of our little coupons, you can. We'll give you like 20% off for Mother's Day, and we have this prize wheel with a bunch of stuff on it, like freebies or add-ons or discounts that people can take advantage of. But Memorial Day is definitely people start getting excited about summer, I feel like, and they start buying fireworks and just, little assortments of things to play with over the weekend. So looking forward to that, to see how we do here. So probably about 30% of what you can guess our customer base might look like for the 4th. So it'll be a nice indicator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where do you hide the illegal stuff? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm just playing around.
No, you're fine. You need a Type 54, and you can get it somewhere else.
What goes into owning a fireworks company like this? Like, is there a lot of inspections or anything like that?
The inspection was pretty smooth. We were kind of actually about half set up and just kind of walked through our game plan for where things would be with the inspector, and we, you have to have like fire extinguishers and your license through the state. It's a special license you have to have from the state of Michigan. But other than that, it's just making a wholesale account with a wholesaler, and then, buying your merchandise and figuring out where you're going to store it. We've got a 20-foot container here that's all labeled with the 1.4 so that it's secure, safe, and locked up.
Yeah.
But
So John and Steph, when you're selling the fireworks or when you're with the customers, is it easy to sell them? I mean, do people know what they want or?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And we get a lot of good stories like this. One time my buddy blew his hand off, which
it's like, okay, here you go.
I try really hard to maybe you should be a little bit safer, but yeah, they know what they want.
I have been burned and all kinds of things in my eyes with fireworks for so long in my life. I actually have a long story, or not a long story, but a long history with the company that you keep referring to, Joe. And I don't know if you want to talk about them or mention them at all.
That's how I got my job back one summer after touring all summer. Your brother Tom, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he works for our wholesaler, and I got a hold of them and had you get a hold of him so I could get my job back there.
They loved you there. You didn't need
Yeah.
me or my brother at all.
Oh, I know.
But when I was a little kid, he used to help my mother out because we basically grew up in poverty. So fireworks were way out of reach for us. And our friend's father, who had a stand much like yours back then, would just give us fireworks, or like $10 for hundreds of dollars worth. So I have fond memories of that family.
That's awesome. Very cool. Very cool.
So, and
Was
you know
that,
what? Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, was that the stage houses?
Yes.
Was
yes.
it? Yeah.
Yes. And it was Jim and Eric's father.
Yeah.
That was, but his tent wasn't any bigger than what you have right now back then. And then look what that turned into. I mean, they're a big,
it's
big
totally
company.
scalable. If you want to work, you can totally grow it. Absolutely. It's super cool. And yeah, Eric's hooked me up with a lot of fireworks too over the years.
Yeah. So, what would you say your mission is? Like, music. I can see a passion. You got a voice. Right. You want to talk, right? Right. Software development. Maybe you want to write code that changes the world. What's your passion? What's your mission around fireworks?
With the fireworks, it's mostly about like you said, like a lot of places I don't know, you want to make sure that everybody's having a awesome holiday, and the fireworks were always kind of part of my 4th of July holiday. My Uncle Joe, he actually would blow tons of stuff off in his backyard and go down to Indiana and do all that. But it's really fun, so I kind of want to, with this, I guess my mission would be to help any family that comes in here make sure that they're going to have like exactly what they need, fit it into their budget, and have an awesome holiday, and like really stretch whatever that budget is into the best, value or experience they can get out of it. Because if they're going to buy them anyway, they might as well, get what they need. Just having knowledge about it.
So I just really realized for the first time that, you get to extend being an entertainer by doing this, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's going to be really fun to work with, the customers that have been in so far too, and just like talking to people, and it's kind of in the same vein.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So John and Steph, there is, like, do people look at you as an expert in fireworks?
Yeah, we're hobbyist pyros, so we create our own shells, which is totally legal in Michigan. You just can't take it off your property. So they kind of look to us, and often will divulge way more information, like stuff they don't care about. Like, this is how this chemistry works. At least that's what I do. But yeah. For like, hey, what's good? And we have our favorites. I like the neon colors especially, which is a fairly new thing in the commercial market. Can you guys hear?
Yeah, yep. But it's okay. It's okay.
And they use a resin that creates a special flame envelope that takes colors that were normally like, oh, those are cool, and makes them just gorgeous, like beautiful. So those are my favorites because they're pretty.
You just rocked my whole paradigm, because what I expected was, we don't know crap about fireworks, but we're here selling them. And you're like, we make our own. And I'm sorry.
John's working on a specific purple to match the color of grow lights. The blurple grow light. He's trying to refine a firework in that color.
He actually got it.
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
I like it.
So, no, it's me that owes you guys the apology, though, because I was thinking this is like your first fireworks thing. But it's much bigger than that. That is so awesome. So do you want to let them get back to work, and you and I will talk our philosophy a little bit?
Let's jump into that segment there.
John and Steph, that was the best teaser for a future show I've ever had.
Yeah.
So please, please, please.
All right.
And
Whatever
thank
you want made, they can make it.
Yeah,
Like
this sounds
18.
amazing.
Yeah.
But less impressive.
I don't know. I think I'd like you on my team if I had to escape or solve something, I guess.
No idea how
Right.
often you get that. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so very much. I'm going to take you off screen, and I appreciate what you
Thanks,
did for us
guys.
today.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Joe.
All right.
So pretty impressive, man. And what a great, I don't know if you'd call them partners or employees or whatever, but what a great
Just
team
good
that you're
friends,
setting up.
Great team. We have
Um,
glad it fell together like it did.
Yeah.
Because I was like,
So can people order off your website,
no.
or they have to come to you?
You have to come in person. We can't ship anything. You know, wholesalers can ship to other retailers, but you can't really ship fireworks direct. I mean, I guess you could if you were going through the wholesaler, but not from a retailer, really.
Yeah.
I don't know of anybody that does online sales for retail from like a tent or a store.
Okay. All right.
It'd be cool if we could DoorDash them. That'd be great.
Delivery like that? That would
Yeah.
be pretty sweet.
Under 1,000 pounds to your door. That'd be sweet.
So we daisy chain these shows together, and yesterday on the show, I had the principal of Gardner International. I don't know the full name of the school now. It's the junior high school that I went to when I was a kid.
Okay.
I don't know, in the 1980. And his question for you is, what safety measures do you take for your customers? Like, do you teach them how to use things? Do you give them literature? I don't know.
So the safety precautions, everybody who leaves here has to leave with a receipt, and it's got the shoot dates and a little information, you know, regarding safety. But as far as that goes, you know, if you're here with your kids, they can't be handling anything. We let them know that, you know, if they do start picking stuff up. But with general safety and how to shoot things, I'll talk to people all the time if they're interested in how to, you know, there's those 200-gram cakes are only about the size of like a tiny block of wood, right? And so I always tell them, like, get yourself some plywood and like some liquid nails and glue it to that plywood, or you're gonna be shooting it fireballs into your house when it tips over. And like different things that I picked up, cutting the tops off of them so you don't have to pick up a ton of paper, just whatever tips to help them along so that it's not, you know, doesn't make it a chore when you get done shooting, or it doesn't make it an accident that, you know, results in you having a huge negative experience with buying fireworks.
Yeah.
Oh, and we also have CBD Dog Treats for all the pet lovers out there, you know, so that they can give the. I know my dogs hate fireworks, which is kind of funny that that's what I'm doing now. They're bad with fireworks, so, you know, I usually don't even shoot around them. But for people that do want something like that, we're trying to offer something for the pets to keep them chill.
I think that's amazing, because I think, you know, one of the big big complaints that people have about fireworks isn't necessarily that it's keeping them up, but it's scaring the dog, right? Or their animals. I think that's pretty cool. What about, do you have any vets come and talk to you about like PTSD and like coming at you in some way?
Oh, no, I haven't had any problem with actually Stephanie's a Navy veteran. And we do have vets come in here. You know, I don't really have enough experience with that to speak on it. But you know, it is something to consider if your neighbor's a vet, or maybe, you know, ask your neighbor. If you know that they like served in some conflict, then maybe check with them to see if it bothers them.
And if you're in Lansing, you're not going to be able to do much about it at all, because fireworks are going to be going off all over the place.
It's part of the holiday, and you know, I guess if you're somebody that doesn't like fireworks necessarily, maybe that's a great time to take your own 4th of July trip and go for a nice
Yeah.
getaway in a national forest or something, and
Yeah.
or find an alternative to the holiday.
Well, thank you for thinking about it. And actually, thank you
Yeah.
for having a vet working with you there too, because that will help with empathy for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was again just another natural mistake that ended up being a awesome benefit. It just things
Yeah.
just kind of fall together when they should, right?
Yeah.
So,
So on my show tomorrow, it's Mother's Day.
right.
I am having my mother, and it's going to be a normal show. It's not a show about her being Jerry's mother. It's a show about just her
Yeah.
and celebrating her. I mean, she's always had the stigma, I guess, of being I don't know if it's a stigma,
Stigma.
being Jerry and Tom's mom. And yes, my brother's name is Tom, and we are Tom and Jerry. And yeah, it's hilarious.
I never thought about that until then.
What question would you like to ask her?
I guess let's see. What's your favorite part about being somebody's mom?
Yeah. And we talked about this question a little bit before because I told you I turned the question on you. And I'm going to ask you about your mother and her answer for that. But I also know that your mother has passed. So I want to
That's
just say
fine.
sorry about
Yeah.
that. But we talked, and I actually like thinking about your mother right now, though I never knew her,
She was awesome.
especially right before Mother's Day. What do you think her, favorite part?
It's something, I don't know, it's kind of rare, I think, that you actually have a time where you get to go over somebody's life, and I had that opportunity with her. And we kind of knew that she was going to pass, and before she did, though, she made a note of it to tell my brother and her. She said, the best part about this whole experience was raising you guys. So
Yeah,
that was really cool.
yeah. I think, I don't know what my mom's going to say. Me moving out.
Yeah, she definitely was not down with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what is happiness to you, and are you happy?
I am very happy now. Happiness is interesting. It's more about your mindset of what makes you happy, and if things are, I guess, I don't know, if anybody can be happy at any point, and everybody deals with, bullshit. So there's terrible things that'll happen to you. Being able to let go of things is what's going to help you maintain your happiness. Because if you can't let go of things and you just kind of stay stuck in that unhappy moment, for me, I've had to let go of a lot of things or a lot of people and stuff. And every time you make that decision to cut something like that out, it just adds to your, overall health and your overall happiness. My dogs make me happy. My wife makes me happy. Doing good makes me happy. But it's always that balance. There's always ebb and flow, and you're always going to have shit happen. And just how
Yeah.
you deal with that. Somebody cuts you off. Are you going to get pissed about it and let it ruin your whole day? Or are you just going to brush that shit off and, you know, not worry about it? Who knows what that person's doing? Like, don't let it, you know, it's really
Yeah.
more about cognitive behavioral therapy on yourself constantly than it is about, being happy, because everybody can get to being happy if you're unhappy. And if you're happy, great, because that's good. Right.
I I think that was probably the best answer I've ever had to that question. Just because, and no offense to the other eight, we started asking it about 80 shows ago. So no offense to anybody else that's answered, but I really love the way you looked at that and really talked about just letting go. You got to move on.
Yep.
And
Well,
so
I've
yeah, go ahead.
no, I was just going to say that, over the last 3 or 4 years, I've done programs that I had to do that, and I've seen the therapist and all sorts of stuff, and I really advocate for people going and learning this stuff, because without the knowledge of, why or how, you're just kind of stuck. So educating yourself on things like letting go, and like, that cognitive behavioral therapy stuff, and like how to, take control over your emotions and thoughts and stuff. It really works, and it really helps a lot with dealing with things like with grief, or, frustrations or whatever. It's just super positive. I'm a huge, huge advocate that everybody should talk to somebody.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
Of those 80 times that I've asked this question, 79 of the people had said, yes, they're happy. Only one person ever said they weren't happy. And it was actually on World Happiness Day. So I found that ironic. But why do you think everybody's happy?
No, I think when you're asked that question, everybody might defer to, yeah, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I think that it all depends on what you're doing. I mean, if you're on this show and you're just sitting around talking about yourself, how can you not be happy? Right?
See, I was hoping you'd point out some bias for me, and I've thought about that one. You're on the show. What are you going to say? No, I'm fucking miserable. And,
Right. I mean, you're having a good time. You're doing something that, you're not at work. You're not dealing with your car broke down. Why aren't you happy right now?
Yeah.
I know I'm having a good time doing
Well,
this. This is fun.
I'm having a good time, and I'm proud to see what you're accomplishing. But man, there's so many things. The new band is exciting, but I already know you in that world. The fireworks world, I can't wait to get to know you more. And the software world, we've gone back and forth a couple times, but it's amazing what you're doing.
I'm getting closer to being able to contribute. There's so much.
Yeah.
I actually think that we should do, when I do feel comfortable with it, I'd like to do like a free course at the Fledge with kind of a directive.
Yeah.
Because when you're learning all this stuff, there's so many, it's 1,000 different languages. How do they all fit together? Where do I start? What do I do? Something like that would be awesome to do, because it was a huge pain in the ass to figure that out independently. And now it's like, oh, I got it.
Yeah, but it was good for you to figure it out independently too, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, you learn a lot.
So, what gives you hope?
What gives me hope? Hope. I've always been optimistic, so that's hard for me to answer, because I'm always been kind of glass half full. So that's a good thing. That's another thing that I get from my mother. But what, I don't know. It's you have so many days. Like, if there's a shitty one in there, like, you get so many more, and not wasting your days like turns into, something that's generating more hope, because it's easy when you're doing entrepreneurial stuff to feel overwhelmed or discouraged or run into problems, right? And you got to actually, this is something I picked up from you a long time ago, about stepping back from it and just giving it more time to, like, if you come into some problem or something, you don't have to answer it necessarily right now. And then you come back later, or all of a sudden it just clicks, like an off thought that you have and you go, oh shit, that's how, okay, let me go write that down. But taking that time to back up and not overwhelm your stuff, what can you get done tomorrow? You always have today and tomorrow to change things.
I love talking to you, Joe. I wish we got to see each other more often. I think I'm really proud to know you. I'm really proud of where what you've accomplished in the last several years since we've known each other. I think that optimism, you got to keep that, man. We need so many more people with optimism. It's the number one trait of an entrepreneur, by the way. Out of all the traits in the world, you ask enough entrepreneurs, the number one trait is optimism.
Good. Awesome.
So I think you're doing amazing, man.
Thank you.
Did we forget
I wish we
to?
could hang out more.
We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out. We're getting through
Yeah.
this. I got round 2 coming soon. You know, everybody's getting their vaccinations now, and we'll get back to our homeostasis.
Yeah, I'm 2 weeks after my first shot or my second shot, so I'm good.
Sweet.
No, not quite good. I'm still being safe. I want to make sure
That's
everyone
right. Yep.
still does that.
Yep.
Did we forget to talk about anything?
I don't know. I don't think that I really didn't know what to expect. I've watched the show a bunch, but you know, you never know what specific questions are going to pop up for this.
Well,
I mean, I guess I could just talk about that we're open now. We're going to be open Thursday through Sunday. You know, 11 to 7, Thursday through Sunday until June, and then our hours will pick up more. And you can find all that on Google or on our website. We have the hours.
Okay.
We're in Leslie, Michigan. Our prices are awesome. We're really good company. So I don't know.
It's foxfireworksmichigan.com, right?
Yeah, foxfireworksmichigan.com. If you want a website built, hit me up. I can help you.
Are you doing that too?
I mean, yeah, I can. We'll figure it out.
Okay. I like that answer.
Yeah. No, I can't think of anything that we missed. I just like talking to you.
I like talking to you. What do you want to take us out with?
Let's talk about. I did from doing my homework about the show. I do want to touch on every damn day, like because that was something that I picked up somewhere else too through my time here. Is this concept of every damn day? It was somebody was talking. I forget who it was, but they said when I first became a musician, I just kind of played for myself and played in this, and I didn't think of myself as becoming this or that, right? I just started doing one thing every day to work towards it. And it was the same way with fireworks or anything else you do, and you can even making a list of things that you might want to look into later is doing something, right?
Yeah.
And then you start snowballing these little one things, sic parvis magna, many small things, one big thing. But yeah, they just start to build up, and then all of a sudden you have more tasks than you even know what to do with, and you're just kind of in it, and you're in that flow of and now you're the machine, and you're like putting it all together. But it all starts from if you have an idea, just chase it. Who cares? Like, just chase it. If you think it's good, do something today about it. Look up something, read an article, write down a list, and just that's how your every damn day turns into every damn day. And now you're just like, man, not enough hours to get all this done. Anybody can do it. It just takes practice like anything else.
Can I splice some of that into a commercial in the future?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you so very much. That was an amazing way of looking at it.
Yeah, I love it. I love what you guys are doing. I love the pledge, Lansing. Love beginning to love Leslie. I haven't spent much time down here, but everybody down here has been just awesome. We've been putting our flyers and pamphlets and coupons around town, and everybody's excited and just really nice. So it's cool to start expanding into other communities, and we'll spread our message of everybody's in this shit together, and let's have fun doing it.
Yeah. I really like that part, that extension of being an entertainer through the fireworks. It never hit me before, but
no, and it'll be fun to wheel and deal with people and make them happy and laugh and kind of do that same thing. It's just a weirder stage with our flag and our fox, our taxidermy. If you don't like taxidermied foxes, stay away from the right side of our tent. So
Do you like taxidermy foxes?
I don't like that one. I don't know. I think it gave me a rash one day. I don't know where it came from, but it is old.
Well,
It's been
thank you.
since cleaned. But yeah, thanks for having me, Jerry.
Well, thanks for being on the show. I appreciate your time. I know you're busy starting up a startup like this, and you're a good friend, and I appreciate you.
You are too. I love you.
Love you too. I'll talk to you soon, man.
Yep. All right.
All right, everyone. Every damn day on the Fledge YouTube channel or our Facebook page. Stick with me for a second, Joe, after I say goodbye and all that. Yeah, nice logo. And we'll see you tomorrow on Mother's Day. And we'll be talking to my mother. And hopefully something good will come out of that. See you later. Bye-bye, everyone. See you, Joe.